What is up, guys? I'm Cody, the dude of cinema, and today I'm going to be breaking down the brand new Justice League trailer that we just got at Comic-Con. It's a great one. It's given us so much to talk about, to discuss, to speculate about, so that's what I'm here to do today. I'm going to be going over everything that I noticed in this trailer, as well as some theories that I have. So first off, I just want to talk a little bit about this opening scene because there's just one thing that stood out to me. It looks obviously like a bank robbery that takes place in England. However, it's weird that they decided not to show this character's face. Now, I don't know if it's just going to be some random thug that just gets taken out in the beginning of the movie, or if it's going to be, you know, a well-known villain in the comic books that's going to play a role in the beginning of the movie. I have no idea. I just thought it was interesting that they decided not to show his face. So moving on here, they give us some commentary about Superman, and this is one thing that I love about this trailer, is that it focuses so much on Superman, and he doesn't even really make an appearance in this trailer. I mean, the music homages the theme that Hans Zimmer wrote for Man of Steel, which I thought was brilliant to use in this trailer. I just thought that was an amazing choice. I mean, we see his symbol on buildings. We see Lois here taking a look at his broken memorial, and I obviously think this is Lois because you can kind of see her red hair, and it would make sense that she would be looking at his broken memorial. Also, we get this shot from the Daily Planet. It's a news article from the Daily Planet. It says "A World Without Hope," and I believe this was written by Lois Lane, and I think that that's why this shot immediately follows that shot of her looking at his memorial to let us know that she wrote this article. And it's just great to see that the world is mourning him and that he really did inspire all these people with his sacrifice. And it's just so great to see that because it's going to make his return so much more epic. So following that up, we get some cool epic shots of Batman, but what's interesting about these shots is the commentary that's going along with it. We hear that Lex Luthor is in Arkham Asylum, of course, because we saw that at the end of Batman v Superman that Batman was going to send him there. So Lex is also going to play a prominent role in this movie. But what I want to touch upon with Lex is, I mean, if you think about it, he's probably one of the most dangerous people on Earth right now because of all that information that he got from the Kryptonian ship. Lex is honestly probably one of the most intelligent and dangerous people on Earth, so it's going to be really interesting to see how he fits into this movie. And we also see, following this epic shot of him standing on top of Death, it looks like Death itself. So Batman here, but it also says that Batman he's gone missing. He's nowhere to be found. He's MIA. And to me, that makes sense because he's obviously traveling around the world trying to get the League together and assemble them to take down this larger threat. So moving on here, we get to go back to Themyscira. It's great to see that because it looks so beautiful. It looked amazing in Wonder Woman. It looks beautiful here. So it's really great to see that. But what I want to touch upon here is the mother box that we see because yes, we know that there are 3 mother boxes on Earth. However, I do think that there are more. We saw a mother box create Cyborg in Batman v Superman, which I believe belonged to the ancient humans. But we also saw in the first trailer that scene of Silas Stone coming home to his apartment with the parademon standing right behind him. And we also got a short glimpse of what looked to be an activated mother box. And this is obviously after Cyborg was made into Cyborg. So I think that this proves that there are more than just 3 mother boxes. Now, why are these 3 mother boxes so important? We'll have to find out. But we also get this scene of Cyborg looking out of a window. I think obviously this is right after Silas got taken because we know that the parademons are pretty much taking all of the Star Lab scientists hostage and the Justice League has to go rescue them. So obviously this is Cyborg looking out that broken window. So during this whole montage part of the trailer, we get a good look at that test footage that Zack Snyder showed of Aquaman, and it looks fantastic. I love Jason Momoa as Aquaman. It looks so good. But following this scene of Aquaman, we get that shot of Cyborg, and then we get this shot of Bruce Wayne looking at a hologram. A lot of people think this is Kara, and I could see why, because in Man of Steel they teased that empty pod that was Kara's, but the only way you would have known that is by reading the prequel comic that they wrote for Man of Steel, and general moviegoers would not have known that. Also, Kara would be like 20,000 years old because that ship was stuck in the ice for what, 20,000 years. So I don't even think a Kryptonian's lifespan would last that long. So I don't even know if Kara would still be alive. So I mean, I honestly personally think that this is a hologram of Superman because like I said, this entire trailer has revolved around Superman, even the music and all that. So it would make sense to me that Bruce is just looking at a hologram of Superman and kind of reflecting on how Superman has affected him. So right after that, we get this cool little shot of Barry Allen as it looks like he's like breaking some glass. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but we see Iris West standing in the background. And in my opinion, I honestly might think that this is a flashback to when Barry might have first been experiencing the Speed Force. I'm not sure, because the lightning's already blue, which means that he's already had a lot of experience with it. So maybe he senses something coming and he's trying to break the glass to catch it to protect Iris. I really don't know, honestly, what's going on in the scene, but I just know that it looks visually stunning, and I really can't wait to see more of the Flash in this movie because I think he's going to be a shining star. So this other scene I want to talk about really quick is the one of Steppenwolf as he's smashing his hammer into the ground. And it's just so epic. And I think that this is actually the ancient battle that we're going to be seeing in the beginning of the film. Because if you look closely, behind Steppenwolf, you see what looks to be a giant war battleship. I mean, that just looks like the mothership. It's humongous. Also, towards the end of that little sequence, if you look at the upper left-hand corner, you can see what looks to be ancient human soldiers or Amazon soldiers. I'm not really sure. It could be both. But those were the clues to me that this is the ancient battle that we're going to see in the beginning. Also, the fire trails, we saw those in the first trailer with a huge wide shot of that epic battle. But moving on, I just want to show this quick shot of Steppenwolf and all of his parademons as it looks like this boom tube is about to open. This might be right before they go to Themyscira. I'm not sure because it looks like Steppenwolf goes to Themyscira first, then attacks Atlantis. And I think that Wonder Woman actually plays a much bigger role in this movie, and I'm going to touch on that in just a minute. But yeah, I think this could be right before he goes to Themyscira, but I just love the design of like the alien architecture, how it's just so organic and it's like it has a life of its own, and I really just love the design. They really nailed it. So moving on, we get more shots of this nest fight scene that's going to happen. I know that there's like this big battle sequence where we're going to see the Nightcrawler and all that, where the Justice League goes and takes down this nest of parademons. But now we learn that Steppenwolf's going to be there as well because we see him in the battle, and it looks like he's going to come in direct contact with Diana because we see her kind of look at him like, what the hell? You know, so obviously they're going to come in direct contact. Now, this is where I think Wonder Woman plays a much bigger role in this story. We see that Steppenwolf attacks Themyscira. I honestly think that when he attacks Themyscira, he's going to kill Hippolyta. I think Hippolyta is going to die, and it's just going to add a much deeper emotional layer to the movie. It's going to make Diana's motivation so much more personal and just so much more powerful. And I really think that if they go that route, it's going to be really good because it's going to make her conflict with Steppenwolf just so personal. And I think it's just going to take Diana's character to the next level. And I really hope that that's what they do. And it would add so much to Wonder Woman's character and so much to this story. We also get a couple more glimpses of that scene where Aquaman dodges Steppenwolf's axe. And obviously that's an attack on Atlantis by Steppenwolf to get that. This is what I think gets Aquaman to join the team. This is what gets him to be like, you know what, yeah, we need to take this guy down. He's a threat. And I really can't wait to see Atlantis and how it looks and just how it operates and the technology. It's just going to be so awesome to see that, just that realm of the DC universe. So here we get a couple quick shots of Batman fighting a parademon. This was also another shot that Zack Snyder shared from the editing room on his Vero account. It looked like he was like curb stomping that parademon. So this looks to be that sequence. But the reason why I picked this screenshot in particular is because you can see people in the background. And I believe those are the Star Lab scientists that they're trying to rescue. And that's where they're holding them hostage. And we're going to get like another Batman warehouse fight scene where he goes and saves them all. So that's going to be really cool to see as well. So moving on here, we get what's probably our best look at Steppenwolf. His CGI probably isn't 100% done yet, which is why they didn't give like a full-on like face shot or anything like that. And plus, they probably want to save it for the movie. Like I said, they're kind of teasing Steppenwolf like how they teased Ares in the Wonder Woman trailers. And I think that's a very smart move. But one thing I want to touch on is something that Steppenwolf said in this trailer. It's only 2 words, but it's so important. And it opens up so many doors for speculation and discussion. So I'm going to play it for you right now.
No lanterns.
No lanterns. Steppenwolf straight up says, no lanterns. I mean, that pretty much just confirms that the Green Lanterns exist in the DCEU. And what I think is that the Green Lantern Corps might have encountered the new gods and their forces in the ancient past and pretty much almost got wiped out. Like I'm talking, they pretty much got exterminated. Like they were on the brink of extinction. So they had to go MIA, which is why we don't see them in the beginning, ancient battle in Justice League, is because there is no Green Lantern to protect this sector yet because their forces are just so dwindled. And that's when I think that Abin Sur is going to come in at the very end. In the 3rd act of this movie, Abin Sur is going to come in. He's going to help the League defeat Steppenwolf, and he's going to die in combat which leads to Hal getting his ring. I think that would be the best way to introduce Hal in this universe and to have him become Green Lantern, because I've heard from some source that we're going to see a Green Lantern in this movie, just not in the way that we know. I'm not sure if that came from someone attached to the project or if that's just a rumor, but I just think that that's how it's going to happen, and I really hope that's how it does happen, because that would be really cool. So moving on here, we get a really awesome and honestly biblical shot of the Flash as he's kind of tapping Wonder Woman's sword, giving it back to her. And this shot is an obvious homage to the creation of Adam, that awesome Michelangelo painting. It's a direct religious homage, and I really love it. It's amazing because we know that Zack Snyder likes to incorporate religious mythology and imagery into his movies, and he's just so great with it. And this is just a beautiful shot. So next we get two quick shots of these ships here. And now this one obviously just looks like the Flying Fox. That green light underneath it is a little peculiar. I don't think it's anything, but it would be cool if it was a Green Lantern. But I just think it's just a cool look at the Flying Fox. But what I want to talk about is this one right here. And this, I think, is our first real good look at Atlantis and what the ships are going to look like and just everything like that. I think this is when Steppenwolf and his forces are attacking Atlantis and they're just defending it. But I just think that it looks so just mythic and just fantastic, and I just love the blues. I love the colors. I can't wait to see the architecture and the way their vehicles look and just the way their society operates. I just can't wait to see Atlantis. It's going to be so awesome. So moving on here, I really love these shots of like the red landscape. I think that this is going to be the third act set piece, the big final battle. It looks like it. It's so Revelations, it just feels so like, you know, just the end of the world. And actually this sequence has my favorite part in the entire trailer, so I'm just going to play it for you now because I love it. So yeah, we get Aquaman freaking surfing a parademon down through a building, ending it with his epic hair whip. I just love it. I think Jason Momoa is going to kill it as Aquaman. Everything I've seen from him so far just looks so great. I think he also is going to be a shining star. I think that all these actors are going to do so great in this movie. I cannot wait to see them all come together and kick some ass. But I personally just really cannot wait to see this end fight scene, because I know that Superman's going to have already come back. He's going to be helping them freaking just kick their asses. It's going to be so epic. So they picked the best way to end this trailer with showing us that rooftop clip with Gordon and the heroes. And this clip was actually shown at the set visit months ago, and it was really well received. Ezra Miller is so funny. His Flash is going to be so hilarious. He's just like the new guy, the fresh blood, the one who's never done any sort of battle before. And just him being on this league is just, it's so awesome to him, and I just can't wait to see him fanboy out, because he's going to kind of be us. The Flash is going to be the audience. We're going to be fanboying out just like he is. But now we have to talk about the money sequence, what they ended the trailer with. This scene has caused so much controversy online, and I don't even think that they intended it to. Some people think it's Martian Manhunter, Supergirl, Green Lantern. There are just so many speculations as to who Alfred could be talking to. I personally believe it's Superman. This entire trailer was about Superman. Everyone wants to see Superman's return, so it makes sense that they would tease it. You can kind of see, even without altering the image, you can see a sliver of red in the corner of the screen. So, I mean, it just makes the most sense that it would be Superman. I do hope we get to see the black suit, but I want it to make sense within the context of the story. I want it to have a reason for existing. I don't want them to just throw it in the movie for the sake of giving it to the fans so that we can see it. Yeah, it'd be cool to see, but I want it to make sense within the context of the movie. But yeah, I do think that this is Superman. Alfred even puts emphasis on the word hope, which is what Superman stands for. That's what his symbol stands for. This entire trailer, like I said, revolved around him. So to me, it just makes the most sense that it would be Superman. They're just teasing him, saving him for the movie. I'm glad that they haven't shown him yet, because just save it. Just save it for the movie, because we as the audience members, we know he's dead, but the characters in the movie don't. That's going to make for such an epic moment, and I can't wait to see it play out in the movie. But yeah, guys, that is my breakdown of the brand new Justice League trailer. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I want to hear your theories. I want to know what your speculations are, what you think is going to happen. Is Green Lantern going to show up? Who is Alfred talking to? Just let me know everything that you guys are thinking down in the comments below, because there's just so much to talk about, and I would love to discuss it with you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Throw me a like and subscribe for more awesome content. Dude of Cinema, out.